That's my fairly simple chord melody version of Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder. It's originally in the key of E, and I moved it up to the key of G. I also have videos about just strumming the chords in two parts. If you've watched that, then you're 3/4 of the way there, or half the way there. This time I throw the melody in, and this little chord solo, chord melody is pretty short, so you could use it as a solo section if you're going to sing and strum the chords. Anyway, the melody starts on the 7th fret of the top E string. I use my 3rd finger. A lot of times I'll do little hammer-ons or slide in to add a little expression instead of just playing the notes straight. I do a hammer-on. So the first chord is an E minor 11. This time I've got my 2nd finger, 7th fret A string. I'm muffling the D string. I've got my 3rd and 4th fingers on the 7th frets of the G and B, and 1st finger up on the 5th fret of the E string. So it sounds like this, playing from the A string, not the bottom E string. You don't want to play that one yet. E muffle. That's an A note, an F sharp note, and an A note. Melody notes to that chord. Then to an E minor 7 with this voicing. Your 2nd and 3rd fingers are stationary, they don't move. Just your 1st and little fingers move. The 1st finger moves down to 5th fret of D string. The little finger moves to up a half step to the 8th fret of the B string. So the first 2 chords, strum that one twice, right to your A13 chord, which I covered in the first video. It's a common A13. Now here the melody note is on the B string, so you don't want to play the top E string. So just a 4-note chord. That means the E string muffling the A string, also 5th fret of the D string, 6th fret G string, 7th fret B string. So far we've got then the beginning lick. I think this time I pick it, but you can be flexible with it. To the easy D11 chord, just barring the 5th fret, and the melody note going to the 8th fret of the B string. So the first melody note is up on the top E string, that's an A note. Then little finger goes to a G note on the B string, down to your G bar chord, and I use the 3rd fret of the B string, that's a D note, on the top of the chord there. I don't play the top E string usually. So the first few chords, do a little bouncing button. There I did a slide, and then down, little up strum there. Down, up, down. That repeats. Little down, up strum. Now it goes to the next section. 7, 8, 9. Those are the frets on the top E string. Now we've got a beautiful C major 13 chord. This shape is exactly like a dominant 13 chord that we had down here, the A dominant 13 or just 13. The difference is instead of a flat 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, we've got a major 7. Anyway, if we do it in C, I've got first finger 8th fret E string, muffling the A string, second and third fingers on the 9th fret, D and G string, then I'm barring again the 10th fret of the B and E strings. Again, the A is muffled. So that goes da, 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 da. Then I do a chord which for me makes sense. The melody goes like that. 8, 7, 8, 10. This is actually a B flat 9 chord. I've got second finger 8th fret D string, first finger 7th fret G string, little finger 9th fret B string, third finger 8th fret top E string. It doesn't really match the B7 sharp 5 of the regular strumming, but I like it, so I'm sticking with it. Again, this part from the C13, la da 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 ba, da 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 da. Next, we've got a little rocking pattern. We go back to this E minor 11 chord, and we rock our little finger up and down. So first the melody note is on the up top E string, then the melody note drops down to the 8th fret of the B string, so in order to get there I have to slide my little finger up 1 fret. Like that. Back to the A13, melody note on the B string. Last part. D11, melody note, 8th fret B string. And you take that away, now the melody note's on the 5th fret, part of your bar. And the melody note now on the 7th fret of the G string. So that part. And I end with a G7, or actually G7, and I do the little pull off from the 5th fret to the 3rd fret, which I'm barring, pull off with the little finger. Then your ending lick, which is based on a G major pentatonic. First finger 5th fret D string, hammer on to 7th fret. 5th fret first finger D string, 3rd finger 7th fret, slide to 9th fret, first finger 7th fret G, hammer on to 9th fret G, to G notes, 8th fret B string, and with a G chord. That's going to be it for now. Hope you enjoy it. See you next time.